Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. As you might know that, yes, today is, well, this video is for the 17th of August, as according to the old calendar. I'm, of course, Reader Lazar. I've realised that the last couple of episodes have basically, no audio, so I'm going back and finishing that error. I do not know if this will sound any good or not, because I've done something very quickly to actually fix it. The 17th was back on Saturday, right? Okay, cool. So, I'm just gonna quickly read the entries in the group chat first. I think it is the... Okay. Right, so the entry that's only in the group chat is Saint Drifalm, monk at Malmesbury Abbey in Scotland, confessor, great ascetic, c. 8th century. After an illness that gradually grew worse as the days went by, Drifalm temporarily died in the year 700. He came back to life a few hours later, scaring everyone but his wife. Drifalm portioned his wealth out between his wife's son and the poor, and became a monk at Melrose, where he devoted himself to God. Drifalm's vision convinced him that it was vital to live a devout life on earth, if he was to be granted immediate entrance into heaven. As a monk, he established a reputation for being able to endure bodily torment, reciting psalms, standing up in the River Tweed even when the river was icy. May he And then there's also St. James the Deacon. I don't know if you saw it here, but this is the only icon I could find. It looks very Western, so I'm not actually going to include it here. But his entry in the group chat is St. James the Deacon, companion of St. Paulinus of York in his mission to Northumbria after 671. And the book starts off with his Troparion, which is sung in tone 4, which was at the top there. And he's so James the Deacon, 7th century, this is his entry in the book. Wholly adorned with, and his Troparion is sung in the 4th tone. Wholly adorned with the virtues, O James most wise, thou was a beauteous ornament of the Church of Christ. For ordering well its sacred rituals, thou didst adorn them with psalmody most sweet, and labouring well in the field of thy Lord, thou didst reap a great harvest of men's souls. Wherefore grant the gift of sacred hymnody to those in need thereof, that all may sing with fervor. Rejoice, O most glorious Father, great boast of pious deacons. And now for his entry, as according to the book. The little we know of St. James is from St. Bede the Venerable, who we commemorated on the 25th of May. Writings on St. Paulinus of York, who we will commemorate on the 10th of October. Historia Ecclesiastica 2 colon 16 and 2 colon 20. It appears St. James was a member of a mission led by St. Augustine of Canterbury, who we commemorated back on the 27th of May. St. James served as St. Paulinus Deacon when he accompanied St. Ethelbert, who we commemorated back on the 5th of April, to Northumbria upon her marriage to King St. Edwin, who we will commemorate on the 12th of October. Following King St. Edwin's martyrdom, AD 633, Saints Ethelberger and Paulinus returned to Kent, leaving St. James as the sole member of the mission in Northumbria. It is not understood why St. Paulinus did not ordain St. James to the priesthood when he left him in charge, and St. James remained a deacon until his repose. Following the complete collapse of the secular power which had supported the church, Christianity faced active pagan opposition. Nevertheless, St. James, from his base near the village of Catterick in Yorkshire, tirelessly and faithfully ministered to his flock and won many new souls for Christ as well. He quite talented musically and skilled in Roman chants composed by St. Gregory the Dialogist, who's commemorated on the 3rd of September, known to us today as Gregorian chant. St. James taught these to his flock, and once peace returned and the churches reopened, the services in Northumbria were beautified by these chants. The exact date of St. James's repose is not known, but it is believed that he lived at least 30 years after the repose of King St. Edwin, AD 633, and was personally known to St. Bede the Venerable, AD 673 to 735. According to some sources, he participated in the Synod of Whitby, which took place in AD 664. Right, since this is redone, this means that I technically can promote a specific event for you all. So, hello. You might be wondering what this is. As you can see, On the 30th of November, we will be receiving the icon of the Cursed Root Lodge, icon of the Most Holy Mother of God at St. Lazar's, and then on Monday the 1st of December, there will be a Divine Liturgy, apparently at 8:30 p.m. So on the Sunday it comes at 6:30, it'll come at 6 p.m, and then on the morning there's a liturgy at 8:30. Do your best. If you want to come for either of those things, you are all very welcome. The Cursed Root Light icon will be, I think it's between like October and December, be going to different parishes within Russia and, in our case, Serbia, the diocese. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been Rita Lazar. I will hurry up and get this done for you. I think in the previous thingy there was, I guess, a mention about some anti-Orthodox video done by Trodcaf. If you want to see that, I will gladly do a response to it in a couple of days when there are no videos to be uploaded. Leave a comment if you want to see that. I've been Rita Lazar. God bless you all, and Amen.